They smoke FaZe. Can they do it again? It's just, you want to win a winner's round one every now and then, right?
Yeah, I just wonder how it's going to go with like the home crowd, because this is a team that we think is going to be very just hot and cold at times. Just when they are flowing, they're going to be crying, right? But like with the crowd and with all the craziness, does it make you like more prone to mistakes, or is the crowd not really coming to play too much with that?
I think maybe the adrenaline, right? You can kind of, you know,
Get a little antsy?
Get a little antsy, but that's just their play style. Honestly, this team is going to make mistakes. I'm just going to be honest. This is not a disciplined team. You don't have a coach. It's just kind of fly and fry. And if that's not working, then, well, you saw what happened yesterday.
So this London team's going to beat them. It's going to be more disciplined, right? I mean, that's got to be where it comes from.
Oh, no doubt about it. And, you know, starting off with Hydro Hardpoint, right, that can kind of happen. But, you know, Nameless kind of talked about it. This is a map, I think, that a lot of teams do not want to play this OpTic team on. Shots, both hitting those water routes. It can be difficult to keep up with them. But if they control those spawns, get their momentum going, London could win this.
Well, it is time to rock and roll as the place is already a madhouse. As the OpTic fans ripping and rolling.
Oh, it's a battle!
Underwater, the pistol shots get hit, Nassim getting his best Aquaman on as he's able to take that first gunfight down low. Now we get up top to the battles on land, and it's Ghosty with the gunny. Another for the young man.
Hey, no real response there from Straps. I mean, obviously, you know, red dots come into play, but he does not react to that as he's trying to get to a different position, but that's going to flip the spawns for P2. You're going to have Ghosty set up early time here for OpTic. You can already see Asim. He's already starting to hit the long route. The rest of the players from London thinking about getting to this second hill. So you're going to give up a lot of time, but can you get P2 spawns?
Whereas one pick for Nasty. Hoop, the nuke. Waiting to hit the shots, but it's going to go through everybody. Nasty's able to actually snap and get a second. Nasty crucial this transition. The mids are out, and Ghosty able to win that, but it's going to be a third in a row, I believe, for Nasty. So we'll see if he can build towards any kind of streaks, but out of Shotzzy we go. Denny gonna be popped, swimming through on the long flight to see if he can make a play.
And this is kind of, again, just maybe one of the reasons teams don't want to play this OpTic team on it, because a player like Shotzzy going on the flank. Denny popped, he's gonna find the first, gonna find the second, he's gonna get the spawn, should he find the third as well, buys enough time, all four dead for London, and there is that break. You had a wonderful transition from London from P1 to P2 to get the spawns, but it is the water route, and this man starting to go off.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, you know, you can expect that from any team, but with these types of players, you just got to be ready for it. It's so difficult in the madness, but you were highlighting it early, and you already saw the play. This big Brucey, though, with a double, 14-point advantage or so here for OpTic Texas, with the points rallying towards Ravens. Just a few seconds left to the hard point. You see that lock on the mini-map top left. That'll be next, and OpTic are in position to get some early time.
Yeah, I mean, 10 seconds there doesn't go the way up London, because, you know, you find that kill this hoot. One player does spawn all the way out, though. That's going to be Shotzzy, so he's got to work his way across the map to get to his team. He could help set up a pinch. That might be it. And there we go. He's going to find a couple of kills, but with that kill, you're going to see those close spawns come in for London.
And now they start to work the collapse. We'll see if they can mount the comeback. Who's going to be the first up to take the gunfight? First is there. Snap is on. 2 for Hoop. But now to Nasty's POV, we go inside, trying to finesse up top onto the balcony, and the timing is perfect. Able to catch Dashy as he is on the mantle up. Now for the front door. HP finally coming back. It's 4 in a row from Nasty, so still carrying that same streak. At 8 and 3, there's be number 5. Up to 9 in this one, getting close to streaks. To Scraps we now go. Able to recenter pretty well, but can't take the fight.
Yeah, but this is actually exactly what you want. You're gonna get the cruise missile now. Is Nasty, my man, is in form right now. But the spawns with 10 seconds left. OpTic all the way across the map, setting up at P4 again. So for London, I mean, you're only down 11. Now you have the early setup. Things are looking good.
Considering like the break, right? Like you feel pretty good. You feel like it was a time for maybe OpTic Texas to run away with it, but you were still hanging around. Pollux through in the flank. The shots are on point. Teammate picking up one as well. Now looking for the cut, able to find one in water, and there'll be the trade. Hoop did take down 2 before he dropped, but basically a tie game as of now. It's just a game of multi-kills right now. As Ghosty lights it up, that's all 4. 2 for Ghosty, 2 for Dashy. The name takes that one for London, but you get a squad wipe there for Texas.
And I mean, you just saw the way that London was playing. They hopped off of that hill. They had to pick up all the different routes. They were worried about an individual play coming in, and I mean, there was some good reads, but the kills go the way of OpTic. You don't have to use the cruise. but still just so back and forth. Finally, maybe what, a 15-point lead getting the other way up, OpTic. But over at P5, London inside now just waiting. I mean, slang-wise, you're right there with them as Nasty's going off.
I mean, you got, what, a minute and a half off the clock. It's been a lot of contested time or people not in the hard point. Hasn't been a ton of clean time. Very, very back and forth thus far. Who's going to be the first one to really lock down the Money Hill and maybe start to build upon a lead? In position right now is Ravens. First fight, though, it's a nice pick there from Dashy, putting Pollux on skates and able to win it. But the team through on the flank, that's going to get picked up. It's Ghosty outside that's able to deal with it. Nasty, still finding kills, though. He is finding them in flurries.
And there we go. They're able to find all four. And I mean, honestly, just props to London because they're playing this a little bit differently where they're so worried about some of these routes, they're only leaving one player on the objective or sort of getting off of it. And then they're almost playing like a retake like you would see in Search, just so that you know where all of the players from OpTic are. So after our first, set at hard points, it's still an even game, very back and forth.
Any big adjustments you think needed on either side? Everyone is kind of feeling each other out for now.
I mean, I think it's just who's going to have that first hold. No one has really been able to lock it down.
Well, OpTic really wanting to get a map 1 victory here to get the tides turning and get the wheels in motion. Let's get to a listen in now with OpTic Texas.
He's somewhere close, top down. I was saying, he might be water hop or some shit.
Yeah, he's spawning out, guys. They're spawning on you.
Water. They're spawning on you guys. Or deep in cut. I mean, deep in cut.
You block when you spawn, Tyler?
Yeah, we're in the middle of me. Hide up.
I have your middle.
Yo, listen, one guy's
our bridge up.
You know where the other one is?
Our bridge up and on time. Our bridge up and time.
Yeah, he's going hot.
I hit him with the nade.
Yeah, I set him on point. I'm gonna go watch.
Dead.
One guy was our bridge up.
Hold. You should hold here. You spawn out.
Oh, you spawn out? Oh, shit. We gotta back up. We gotta back up. We have to kill
Cliff.
Wait, Asim's gonna spawn here.
Yo, scrap top window. Top window P3.
Wait, you spawn here? Okay, we're good. Yo, one guy top down.
They're gonna spawn.
You dove out ocean or side hill.
Side hill dead. One more top dome.
Where are you spawning?
I spawn our P5 right now. I don't see shit.
I'm gonna push this out. Sit down.
I'm premium top dome. I don't see anything. Top dome right side.
I picked up low left. Nothing here. Wait, yo, one guy's outer on me. Deep outer.
I'm holding gold.
I'm playing my
Yeah,
life.
we gotta play more passive on the left.
Right back to it. Still a very similar scoreline. Joe, what do you see throughout the listen-in?
I mean, honestly, nice rotation, but even in the comms, right, you're not really hearing too much small talk from what we normally do hear from an OpTic team. Not really calling out names, but we'll see Nasty now with the crew. He's going to go for it. He's going to find the kill. That is going to be 3 dead. That is going to be the spawns over to London. They used the streak to get onto the hill now, and now still only a 10-point lead for OpTic. That is being erased, and London now in control.
Yeah, you had about, 35, 40 seconds left on the hard point when the streak comes in. Let's see if they can turn this on to time on the top rope. It's going to be a scene. Can't quite win it as the bunny hop and the shot's not going to ring true. He will fall, and now over to Nasty we go. He's been the hot hand. He's a positive 10 right now, 23 already on the board for Nasty. You talked about his change to this position, how well he's been playing, a big part of why they're currently in the lead.
Yeah, now in the lead. Now I think a chance for OpTic. Obviously that streak is gone. You're going to get set up here at this third hill. And Ghosty's the key here. In this position, he's blocking those back hut spawns. But watching the pond hop is going to be Hook. Very close battle between him and Paul. Dashy near the front of the hill finding kills, but Paul just is right back in, able to find one. Almost finds the second, but Shotzi with a kick to the face.
Yeah, I didn't even know how he survived the first fight. The fact he almost got 2, almost unbelievable, but nobody in the point for now. OpTic now able to transition in. Nasty winning another fight on the outskirts side of it. He'll take down Dashy as well. Hook trying to go big. And now, we heard the comms from Texas. You said not a ton of small talk, not a lot of names. I want to hear how Ravens are trying to deal with it on their side. Let's go to a listen in with London Royal Ravens.
Yeah.
Get this. Good Tony. Sim, we're all spawning out. We're all spawning out. He's absolutely free. One shot. He's on the right. He's absolutely dead. Nice. Free dead. They can spawn behind me. Actually,
you can go.
I spawn.
They spawn behind us.
Matt, cut that. Nice, we spawned in. We do it. We're looking for one.
Find Clay. Clay. He's laying down.
One's in gens.
Don't solo champ off.
Hugh
sit mid.
Stack.
I tried stunning him.
Don't kill him. I'll spawn out Jen and
Listen, play left of the back. One was broken door. One is going to be P2. Pull punt. Turn around. I spawned out P1.
Out of window.
Play kills, guys. Play kills. That's one. That's 3. Last one.
Spawn out. No, he's low left. Trust me on that, please.
I'm picking it up.
me runes. I have all the runes, that's it. He's all left, trust me on that, bro. Trust me on that.
They're all going
mid. Dead on me, be done. Nice, I play my life. Let's go, bro. I'm winning out, broken. He's mid alley. Nice, that's him. Look at me runes, I'll be close, Redman.
It's a big 25 still.
Yep, you're right in saying that. Bomb broken. Bomb broken. Weak. Nice. They're spawning out. Never mind. Actually, I don't see that. The rest spawn out.
Yeah, get that scrap. Push them in.
Got the scrap.
Keep up, guys. I'll bump you. Go. Go, Matt, go.
Remember what?
Take our time with this break. Get a kill. Take our time. Listen, we're in the lead. Take our fucking time.
Not giving nothing.
One thing I really liked during that, I think it was nasty to Paul. It was just like, straight up, you're going to get pinched for P2, turn around. And you just saw him snap, get the kill. But the comms were great, and you dealt with that early pressure from Shotzzy. You know, he gets that first one-on-one, but you deal with it.
No, 100%. I really like that listening from London. Now they have around a 30-point lead. Now it's OpTic's turn with this hold at P5. But yeah, you know, you're calling out names, and let's listen. Listen, this map is chaotic as always, just with the spawns, with the water routes. So yes, there was some chaos in the comms, but very nice out of London. They still have a bit of a lead, but this has been a nice early P5 hold from OpTic.
And those gunfights at the railings, we know, are literally the worst. It's both players trying to deal with no aim assist. It's Hook that's ultimately able to take it, but then Asim will rally in. I think he was maybe trying to pick up attack. Couldn't quite get it before he dropped. Now to Shotzzy, the finesse, the dance is on. His 2 will drop to him. 191 on the scoreboard. As we continue into the madness here on Hydro as Hook continues to roll.
Yeah, I mean, such a big hold, though, from OpTic, right? They're down 40. Now they have the lead. And over at P1, you have some split spawns that come on through. Scraps just trying to stay alive top cliff, just waiting for his teammates. I think Shotzzy, maybe was he seen by Nasty? I'm not 100% sure, but it's going to be a big water flank. We're going to have a water flank. Shotzzy's under him with the pistol. The fans are loving it. I hate it, but it is what it is. On the hill, though, will be Paul, but he's going to get taken down.
I don't even think he saw him. He just swims right over him, just getting into the depths on the adult side of the pool. Is Shotzzy. He was able to make the play, but focus on the action now at hand. Dashing, able to snap out, wins it, tries to hit the pre-fire, still at the box, will be scraps. Nate will reposition him. The fight continues, and finally Dashing with 8 HP able to do it. But Joe, what do you see on the minimap?
I mean, that's great, but the spawns go the way of London for this P2, so now they are set up. The game is in their hands. You're going to rely here on a break for OpTic. Shotzzy, well, of course, he's going on the route. Might have one, and he does. This is what Shotzzy does in these moments. Almost finds the third. That's going to still give London spawns so they can take a breather for now.
The battle of land and sea continues. It's 5 in a row for Dashing, up to 6. Has a cruise earned. Now he's going to call it in. Will there be a trophy? Will the info help? Will it hit? Bang! Not going to connect. The seam's going to be able to stay up. Will the information be good enough for OpTic Texas to get in? It's a flurry of gunfights at the hard point. Ghosty doesn't even know what he's shooting at, but it's a nade from Nasty that's able to take out 2, and still in the hard point, it is Ravens. But it has been a massive battle for the time, and mostly it's on Shotzzy. It makes this a mess early on.
Yeah, but the Nasty off the spawn with the nades and on rotation. Paul, he takes down 2, but the spawns are here for OpTic at P3, so he's got to stay alive. He's got to stay alive. He's doing such a wonderful job for London. London didn't find the rest of the scrap time, only going to be around 4 seconds away from stealing this map number 1. Is the slaying is one-sided right now. Paul going up. Nasty up to 35 kills. 4 more seconds for London.
OpTic, they've got to be perfect. They have got to be perfect. For now, they are inside. Only 4 seconds needed for Ravens. The team kill comes in. The opposite of what you need when it comes to perfection. Now into the point go Royal Ravens. Things are falling apart. It's 1 tick needed, and Ravens shut it down as Scraps is roaring.
And Maddie, he loves being back on that stage, but you could just see it. I mean, losing this map 1, not what you wanted here on day number 2. This London team continues to get better and better. They are showing it here. But I mean, even just going back to that listening, like there was just like moments of like silence, right? Like what's open, what are we watching? There was a lot of these things that weren't being communicated between them.
Yeah, and it's rare that like you go to a listen-in and things are perfect, right? Like especially a map like this, you kind of highlighted it can be very chaotic, but you just overall felt a little bit stronger on the London side, just from a pure comm standpoint. And we only hear a brief window of it, obviously, but just the window we heard, stronger.
Yeah, you can see, I mean, Josie 24 and 30, but he leads the way with Dashy and damage. On the other side, though, Nasty 37 and 25. Asim, a stellar game. Scraps right there. But, I mean, it was just I mean, that's the way Hydro can be, but a very odd game, just back and forth, kind of who is going to have that first hold. It was London, but then you had the P5 out of OpTic to get them right back in the game. But sort of that P2 flip that comes in.
When I was kind of, a little focused on the gunfight, just watching Dashy take that fight, we're getting excited because he stays alive with 8 HP and takes a second. But during that moment, you said that's where the flip comes in. And yeah, Shotzzy almost kind of opens up. He does make it messy, but you're able to hold that side of the map. Who knows how it goes down?
Yeah, this is kind of what we were talking about right around here. You're going to see Asim all the way in the back P2. So Asim makes the play to make sure that they have spawns for second. That's just one of those unsung hero plays that Asim does.
Did he spawn there or did he take the route?
Yeah, I think it looked like he went all the way to the back to make sure they had spawns.
Well, he's been the route man. That's been him.
And then I think Paul, yeah, he gets taken down, but he just makes it chaotic. It doesn't allow OpTic to get pushed up middle of the map around P1 to give them more resistance through the front of the hill. And just a couple of multi-kills that come in, and there we go. You see the London fan just getting pumped up in the crowd.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be tough for this here. It's
I think there was a London fan, and then there was a FaZe fan just getting fired up.
You saw one guy run, but you saw Scraps. He was absolutely fired up. It's been an odd couple of years for him. One of the best personalities we've had in the league, and I'm sure he is loving this moment, living for it. And what a fun thing to see for him. But yeah, it ends up being a 26-point game. Nasty. I mean, he's the guy you highlighted coming into it. He has been much better with an AR in his hand, and he puts up numbers. I think part of it, his non-traded kills was absolutely unbelievable too. So he was getting picks, setting up his team, and Asim with the routes.
Yeah, I mean, just overall a very solid game from London. I mean, even Paul we've seen him basically with this London team over the years use everything, right? He's always been the sort of, all right, where do you need me? What do you have?
Swiss Army knife type guy.
Pretty much.
Is it now starting to become a worry for OpTic in the sense of they just need to get a map? You get a map win and you just need one. You got to, because you start thinking about the fact it's got to get in your heads a little bit oh God, it's our home event. We're letting them down. We haven't won a map yet. It's got to start to enter the back of your mind. If they can just win this search, get one map, get fired up, get the crowd into it, because the crowd is huge and it's important. They've been nuts when they can be, but when you don't have those moments to get that behind you, the teams have kind of silenced them. You take them out of the equation.
Yeah, props to London, because there were a couple of those moments where the crowd was really getting into it, was getting fired up, but immediately there was a response, or sort of slowing down the game. Again, even in the listening, just sort of get off the hill, right? Let's find these players, take these fights, make sure we're locking down the areas of the map that we need to.
Well, it's in the crowd comes into play sometimes. I mean, I was talking to Marky, and listen, Marky has been on the main stage in ages, so I was like, how are you doing up there? And he's like, dude, I was trying to play slow, play my spots, but then they'd start chanting Marky, and I get antsy, and I'd start run around or something. And he's like, it's been a while. So yeah, it can have its impact 100%. But the fans gonna need to rally now for OpTic as they are down 0-1, yet to take a map in this major. This search, it is big. And we know we're going to control on the same map for map 3, because they don't want to play a CeeLo. That's where they're going to be headed again. So it feels like this search so important. I believe one player did crash out of the lobby, so we're going to be getting a quick restart here. As soon as we're good to go, we'll get Fire back into it. But a very important map for OpTic.
Yeah, no doubt about it. When you focus really on the search and destroy side of it, I think, with Illy in this lineup, right, he was sort of sniping through open and closed, stopping some of those plants. But so now you're relying on Dashy, right, with the AR, or is he going to bring out the sniper? This could be a great map for him. As you can see, both of these players, such a great Major 3 qualifier, but Dashy, this is what he does. It's Nasty now in that flex position, really stepping up for London.
And you can see the stats aren't that far behind him. I know when you take a look at the KD, sure, but of the opening duel win percentage, Nasty has the edge. He has been so comfortable in his position, and I'm sure it's been, if anything, usually for the sub player like Paul X, it's maybe a difficult transition, but
100%, yeah.
If it's making the team play better, I feel like as a sub sometimes you got to forget the numbers a little bit. If it's leading to some map wins, if we feel like we are improving, that seems to be the mix that works.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. And in a moment like this, down 0-1, losers bracket run, you're looking at this guy on the left in Dashy, right? This is his team now, right? He's made some of these bigger decisions.
Well,
this is that guy.
And that's what I'm wondering. Like, you know, we talk about maybe feeling the pressure on the OpTic side. Like, probably no one more than him. I would think, based on how everything went down with Rambo and just this entire like year of him off the team, on the team, like all the drama that went with that. And then you got Seth's line, you know, in his retirement thing, where it's sort of like I'm falling so you can get up type thing. You've got to be feeling it. Now, can you put on your bread and butter when you first came in? Maybe him and TJ for that OpTic team, like search and destroy is where he can take over and have those highlight positions. The time is now where you've got to step it up in a big way for this roster. We'll see if OpTic can do it, but thank you again for the patience. We're just waiting to get in. I've heard we just got game ready, so we should be back in momentarily, but hope everyone at home and everyone in attendance here is having a goddamn sexy time enjoying the broadcast.
Sexy time, sexy shirt, Maven Day.
Woo!
You're just fired up, dude.
Yeah, I'm feel a little bit twisted. Having some fun with my buddy.
Yeah, but then when you look overall at this map for Fortress, I think Shotzi again is the one you kind of circle, because it feels like this guy just goes and does some things that are just unheard of, unspeakable of. He can just win them the round.
Well, I think in the search yesterday, it was just some odd moments, some odd plays. Just a little over-aggressive at times, just sort of those like, turn off your brain and you hit something just when you shouldn't.
Sounds about right.
Can they clean that up? Yeah, can they clean that up?
It's going to happen with this team.
Yeah, no, it is. You're going to live and die by that type of stuff. 100%. But Dashi, who you want to get out to a good start, he'll be the opening first blood.
Yeah, and sort of what we've seen is now kind of this sort of default, defense where you have a couple of players around, closed and open, him top maps. You can see the cross, so they're going to call that out. They know there's no trophies. It's early in round one. That's going to connect. There we go. Nice nade with Shotzi with the frags instead of the Semtex. The wall bangs come through, and now you have a 2 versus 4.
Yeah, love that. You said no trophies, little round one strat. Just pick off the player, playing it backstage, and that's exactly what will happen. Now you got to close out this round in the 4 versus 2, but still taking their time, pushing through these double doors. You can get caught. Some tags to either. Pollux is going to push out, but the trade is there. That's a big one from Dashi, because Pollux gets away with his life. Suddenly you're in a 2v3. Things can get interesting as doors are rendering in front of us. Nasty now from up top. Takes that first fight. 1v3 down to 1v2.
As Deddy, do you want to invest it or just save it? It looks like he's just going to save it for now. Maybe if he finds another pick and then go to that spot where Shotzi is. And well, Shotzi does what he does best. Plays his life, throws a little snake, a little shimmy, finds the kill.
Yeah, and he's re-peeking that knowing the help is there for the trade.
I don't know, he repeats that pretty quick.
Yeah. I mean, Hooks reacted right in front of him. But yeah, there's maybe a chance he drops there. He's able to get out, but doesn't matter when you finish the kill. You got something to feel good about right now in the crowd. You get the round one win, and Edie is comfortable. Now can you rally something behind that? Shotzi's POV. Still be full stun inside. He's got Deddy to work with though. And they're starting to work their way up to this A site.
Yeah, bomb already going down. I mean, you saw nobody cross. Maybe you have a trophy to protect that player on the A bomb. Bomb down now, 4 versus 4 retake. This is where we're going to see dead silences invested on both sides. Dashy's going to find another first blood, but a quick trade.
Yeah, I thought that timing was abysmal for a second, but he at least got a pick. And now he gets Mixie. Side shout from Hook. Some nice tags in. 2 versus 2.
This is just all about these timings. Diamonds with Deddy. What a read. Hook, I'm pretty sure he has Deddy there. Maybe it runs out. Nasty's going to find Ghosty. There is the retake in round 2.
What was the big moment in that round for you where it started to maybe flip on its head? I know it got a little chaotic in the mid-game, just gunfight after gunfight.
Yeah, I think right there is just Hook getting picked, right? He's kind of the guy buying time inside of Art. You usually have a player like Ghosty and AR in the backstory watching the bomb, making sure nobody's on the defuse. And maybe it's just a question of, does Hook go through top Art there? Maybe he jumps to the backside steps to find that kill when he had early shots in, but he decides to try to jump out the front and he gets caught.
Yeah, scrap there with the read. I didn't see if he popped the Deddy before, if it was a great read or he's hurt him. I wasn't sure, but.
Well, he had it on. I don't think he reset, so it probably hurt him.
Yeah. That or a great read, but probably more the audio. Ooh, shots Shotzi eyes on one, just trying to get out with his life and able to finesse away for now. That stun's gonna hit half the roster as they're posted up outside. A lot of utility being invested from either side. Bomb still has not yet been planted, just picking a trophy. Is his seam, just getting the grunt work done.
Yeah, I mean, you saw early aggression, but they kind of get caught. It was very much a early arch push, but Shotzi goes right back to the window. The nade's able to connect. A seam challenges the second, but we're into a 3-on-3 as Bomb's planted another retake scenario.
I think he knows after he destroyed the trophy, his nade hit a couple of players probably, so he is sending it, but set up in the back steps. It will be scrap. It takes that fight. Ghosty last alive, and he will be picked. And I think Asim knows, taking out that trophy, getting the damage in, really kind of the opener there to start to peel apart the setup from OpTic.
Yeah, I mean, these last 2 rounds, really the difference for me is you're finding sort of the players who are trying to make plays. On one end, it's Shotzi who jumps up top. On that round earlier, it was Hook in the 2-on-2 who's trying to find the route. So you're not allowing the sub players for OpTic to, well, go rogue and make those plays.
Yeah, it's like tough here to do it at times, but like once you get into your spots, like,
well, and if timings are going
oh
away,
yeah, it's just like you're
over.
chasing a ghost. They got Deddy. It's like, where are they? Well, the stun won't connect, as they were looking for maybe a pick out their mid map, but see if Nasty's nade will hit, and it will. Connects, hits the shots. First blood is there. He is at 5-1. What a series so far for this young man. Pop off in the hard point. Excellent stuff so far here in the search. Another pick going to come through for London as Paulak's able to find it onto Ghosty. Now you're in a 2v4 if you're OpTic. And this is one of those rounds, man. You go in a 3-1 hole, you feel you're starting to lose a grip on it. You'd love some kind of wild clutch here, maybe a chance for it. But now it gets a little bit tougher.
Yeah, 1v3 for Hook. He does have the AR and the sub to work with. Gonna check the bomb. Timing gonna go. Oh, doesn't finish the kill.
There we go.
But still time to work with. 30 seconds left. And Hooch is buying time. He knows he has to peek it once again. Gets on it, doesn't see anything. This is beautiful out of Hook right now. Paul is on the chase, but Hook, he is reading this so well. He's gotta go on to check the bomb. Deddy popped again. He gets off of it. He got off of it. He got off of it. Hook!
Oh, what is
he finds it on time. He clutches it. He did it. He does it. What a clutch out of Hook.
And I don't know if they meant to hop off it or what. It was about halfway, right?
I don't know. I feel you gotta stick that. Check out that emotion from that guy on the left.
Oh, he's fired.
He is pumped.
I thought it was about halfway.
Well, and what did I say right before that round?
He had to have dropped it on accident. He picked it right back up. Didn't he?
You didn't allow Shotzi and Hook to make plays that round. Well, they leave the man, and they don't find the kill.
Dude, I was getting nervous because he never reloaded the tack, and there were like 6 bullets. And the one time I thought he was going to chow with it, I'm like, oh god.
Maybe a lifeline there for OpTic, but early in this round, they getting picked apart once again. But Hook, thought he was going to have a freebie there, but it seemed with a nice snap.
Quickly.
That's one way to forget about that.
Yeah, quickly. Dashy 1v4. Just absolute beams out of the young man there to get 1 pick, but obviously lots more to do, but the beams
no, we're not
keep on hitting.
Are we? We're not doing this again, are we?
He's got ready to go. Big old Brucey, can he make the play?
The problem is he's got to
center left.
Right, he's got to defuse a little bit of a different scenario.
He's just kind of have to go.
He's got to go. He's read this. He saw his spots. Oh my goodness!
He hit a hip fire bullet too, I think.
Snap comes in, but it's these early rounds at London. They are just running away with it. I mean, they're playing very patient. They're finding those early picks. You're shutting guys down like Shotzi, who are sitting at 2-4. Ghosty 2-5. They know the way OpTic wants to play this map. They're not giving them those first bloods.
You get the wild round with Hook, which might have been a little blunder. Well, usually we lose that type of round. There's a blunder somewhere in for London, but like he gets the clutch. And yeah, I think you kind of said it. Like they just brush it off and get right back to business. Like, in fact, they got 2 instantly. Just get the attitude right back where you need it. Nasty continuing his dominance, 6-2. Asim now, Deddy to pop at 5-5. There's 2 in front. And like a little jackrabbit, Hook comes bouncing at him, able to drop a first blood to OpTic.
Yeah, him and Shotzi just, roaming around, art together. And they've been giving up this A plan. They're going to go for it right away. Ghosty on the stage. Not always the easiest fight, just goes back, plays his life. Dashy able to find another pick. Is Paul and Scraps going to have to try to clutch this one out in a 2 versus 4?
Gives up stage for now. He's playing all the way deep on the steps. They get position here for now. Hook with the strafe and the bats, able to win it. Knife out of the other end of it. Around to OpTic.
And I don't think you're going to see that again from Asim. That was probably the first round where someone from London on their defense tried to get a little cheeky, a little aggressive, and while he gets caught, the way they've been playing is just giving up the A site.
Well, I think it's okay sometimes.
No, of course. Just
keep them guessing, right? Like make them think that's a threat. I know it doesn't work out, but he very easily could have got 1, maybe 2. It's like even if things are working, you got to keep the threat there, and we'll see what they get back to on the defensive side of things. But for now, offense up for Ravens, and just a cluster here around the double doors.
Yeah, nobody really watching that full flank. You do have Asim working up top. The trophy gonna protect Hook, but Asim's going for it. He's going for it. Shotzi is there. Some trades go down across the map as Scraps was able to find Hook, but it's a 2-on-3. And there is that AR setup as Scraps trying to find the angle on the Dashy, but he's not going to give him much.
He's able to get 1 pick.
No way!
Oh, Lord God, that cannot happen now. 1 versus 1. Dashy, Scraps. Deddy out from Bruce.
And you have Deddy out for him. Nothing on Scraps. It's going to be all timings. All timings.
Oh, round and around we go! And Dashy will spot him. Yeah, Deddy in the moment, he's able to take the round. OpTic now up.
Well, that could just be tough for Scraps, right? You're the trophy player in that scenario.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
But Dashy having himself a big map number 2 up to 8-5.
And I mean, you wanted
It's a little scary. It gets a little scary in that round.
I mean,
Scraps, man, with some heroics at stage.
Because was it a 4v2 in that spot? Or 3v2?
Yeah, 4v2. Yeah.
Stun check for any kind of pressure, not going to hit.
I mean, I knew it. They were going to go right back to this, right? The bombs that they planted at A, they have retaken them, so they are not worried about giving this up. You can see all the white arrows starting to scramble a little bit, maybe how they want to work the flank. You see him just trying to get info, but there is the bomb working towards that site. Over at A, and Dashy so good at finding those picks in a big one-on-one. We talked about those 2 players going into this map. He's able to win it out, and now Hoop doing what he does best.
Oh, okay, I lied. What? They're trying to pop Deddy. For some reason, you got a speaker, you got a hit. By the time he gets his gun up, Scraps has snapped, and what has this round turned into? Ghosty caught another retake, and things unravel. That looked ludicrous, and like that's just, you know, you're hoping the hip fire hits, you're hoping you can get your gun up, but animation sometimes this game takes a little bit. And well, Scraps just with the snapper.
Well, it's also just one of those scenarios. Bomb is planted, you're wasting time. You don't have to chow that, right? You do not have to chow out right there. You basically leave Ghosty in that position if you are Hook. If you have art control, maybe you can help out in one of those gunfights, but he goes for the quick trade. Yes, maybe that player is weak, but instead what happens is what we watched.
A bunch of hipfire bullets hitting nothing.
Yeah.
And then him putting the dirt. 4-4.
But these are the rounds we're talking about at times. We've already had a couple throughout this map for OpTic.
Peeking for info, nearly dead. 31 HP, Shotzi gets out.
He's just trying to find something, anything, but
he's finding bullets.
They're making sure he has no openings. And now his Deddy is run out, but I think he spots that player up top, so he doesn't go for it. He doesn't go for it. He saw the player, you know. He doesn't miss those mantles very often.
But yeah, I mean, that's a good, I guess, image of what you're talking about, though. Like, the difficulty to find openings.
Well, London's just making sure that does not happen. They're trying to basically shut Shotzi down out of the respect of his play style. Ghosty's going to find the opener. They're just going to fly on through stage.
Dashy there with another pick. And now you kind of back it up and play together. Love this. No reason to send it forward too much. That Shotzi was just going to fly and chow back steps, but gets out for now. Doesn't make it like an easy pick for Scraps. You got 25 seconds left to go. Now the pressure on London to try and push forward. Not going to win that first fight. Scraps able to tag one, but he will drop. 5th round on the board now for OpTic.
Similar to the hard point, just back and forth, everyone adjusting. I think London have played this map pretty darn well besides that clutch round. Just shutting down early aggression, but OpTic, especially Dashy, continues to find picks as he is in the double digits into round number 10.
Can they close it out here? To round 10 we go.
And it is developing so much quicker. They know they're giving up A. We're right into the retake.
Quick plant. Now the pressure on Ravens. Can he get it to around 11? Here comes the flood. Able to push forward behind it, and that's beautifully done. Back him up with the nade and the AR shots. Allows the team to go forward. Now Nasty with the kill. Over to Shotzi's POV we go. Ghosty able to take one. Shotzi in from behind, and now the Teddy pop. We're into a 2 versus 2.
Ghosty has to buy time. He has to buy time for Shotzi to make the play.
Asim's going though. Asim sinks it forward. Oh! And Ghosty just spits on him. 1v1. Scraps versus Ghosty.
Oh, he spotted him. It's done. It's done. Ghosty done! Killed!
And that's going to be one of those moments you love to be on the main stage if you are Ghosty. Round Warren making the play. And just one of those moments, maybe what you need to get something rolling now if you are OpTic.
Oh, especially for him individually. I think what a round for Ghosty. I mean, he destroys Asim. He doesn't panic. He spots Scraps. He knows the time is on his side. That's exactly what you want to see from that young man.
I mean, when I saw the corner of the screen and see pushing, I'm like, oh, it's free.
Yeah, you thought so.
And just a little drop shot to miss shots. He wins it, and what a search it was. But now we are tied up 1-1 and OpTic finally have a map on the board, a little bit of hype. And I think it's big that it's a moment for Ghosty too, just for that confidence, right? Like, it's been a tough month. Like,
well, and even that map, like he got left out to dry in 2 or 3 of those rounds, right? Like, he's the last alive on the retakes. They know where he is, right? Yeah. In those backlogs, he's gonna get just flooded, and that's what happened. But this time through, he was able to clutch on up in that 2 versus 4, him and Shotzi. Well, it was a big one.
Yeah, no, it was a wild map, and you're now tied up 1-1. This crowd has started to become alive. It is electric in here after that victory. Now can you take the control? Can you go up 2-1 for the hometown team if you are OpTic? But London have been battling. Quick break. Be right back, everybody. Hello and welcome back. We keep it rocking live from Texas. It is the home major for OpTic. And they're up against it right now, tied up 1-1, but people having a blast in it. We got hoops. We got some football. As Hitch, I think, put that one over the crossbar. But it's been great to see. Just a fantastic atmosphere. Various rooms. I got Dippin' Dots yesterday, like in the back of the venue.
After this,
ice cream of the future, Joe.
Yeah, I've been saying that for like 30 years.
Yeah,
for a very long time. But this man on your screen really stepped up in the last couple of rounds for OpTic to close out that map number 2. But all tied up at 1 apiece, right? London were able to clutch up that hard point.
Yeah, and I know we were like hyping up, a big moment like that, and it could be a big confidence booster. And it differs by player, right? Like you saw Beans come out on the main stage for the first time, and well, you saw Beans.
I'm supposed to
I'm sorry, but like
right
it's different.
now.
Like he just like owned it, right? Was like God, then you have Ghosty, who like maybe is struggling at times. I'm sorry if I get booed. About Beans.
It's because I think.
Oh, okay, you're booing Fortress Control. No, I get that. Yeah, keep booing. No, I understand it. Yeah.
Well, you get it, but like.
OpTic did pick it.
Yeah, well, OpTic did pick it, but they could veto it. They could veto it.
Veto a CeeLo, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, just tell me you're better than a CeeLo. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I agree with you, but like,
yeah,
they could just get better at the other map.
You're not wrong, Joe.
Well, all right. Let's do it.
Listen, it's fun because you usually always get to round 5, right?
Yeah, sure.
Ghosty connecting on the first, nearly a nice little snap onto the second. 3 kills through, though, for Ravens for now. Let's see if Asim can find an opening as he starts to talk himself away. Hiding behind knights and boats and all the delightful treasures in here. Oh, I think he thought he had the first one and looked to snap to the second.
Well, there was a chair on the ground that blocked the first 4 bullets of his.
Those damn chairs.
That's a good job finding Asim, knowing he was the last player alive in his location, not allowing him to make any play. But now you can see London, they got to deal with, getting out of this trap. Asim with that first pick, but Ghosty, Dashy, the ARs of OpTic, able to find a couple of picks, slow things down. You have no ticks on the board right now with 30 seconds left.
Ghosty 5 in a row. You see it there, 6-1. Looking for that cruise. Paul X may be the victim, just strafing right outside his doorway. Starting to come on forward. Can he win the fight? Will it happen? There's the jump on forward, but he won't get the kill. It's actually Shotzi that's able to line it up. But yeah, so far, stalwart defense, they have found nothing to work. Just locking them up. His brilliant shots there. Ghosty does get another one, so that should be the 6th in a row. 7-1 on the round. I've seen the last player to clear out here, and that should do it. Good round 1 defense, and you got a streak behind you as well.
See, it's not all bad, right?
Now they're clapping.
Yeah, they're clapping. Yeah, a great defense. Yeah, they're all for it now. But as you said, I mean, Dashy and Ghosty really locked it down with those ARs. Probably has the crews to work with now. And well, Tix, I mean, yeah, you had 0. Paul didn't find a kill throughout that round number 1, and it can be difficult, especially when you're playing against the best players in the world.
Yeah, with the sub, at times, like,
just got to get out.
You've got no control. It's just like you're running into pre-aim attacks over and over and over again. Fun. Now let's see what OpTic can do on offense, though. Riding the high of that defensive hold. Paul's get damaged into several, at least able to walk away with 1, so he'll get his first kill on the board within this map. Oh, the mantle there, not sure. Just trying to get to the truck quickly, but not going to happen with Nasty locking it down. Shotzi takes 1 before he goes. Now right inside will go Paul X. 1 above, 2 outside, just holding the top railing. And able to drop him onto the point, though. Go OpTic, at least stopping the point for now.
Yeah, and you can tell it's just the way Shotzi's playing, with the way their breakoff is. They're just trying to get a tick. They want the objective advantage for round number 5. Bookstad doesn't even have his gun out. He had knife out. Dashy and Ghosty now, they're up next to try and get this tick on this point. As Big Brucey, baby, going big as he finds a multi-kill that should be a tick. No, doesn't find it.
Oh my God, it's
so close.
It's so close.
But London, hold on for now.
Can you just get that tick to at least get the advantage? Paul starting to heat up. He had, 0 in the first. He's got 4 already within this round on defense, so obviously a little easier to find your kills here defensively set up. And Paul's kind of watching the off push. They're still funneling towards A. They're running into Nasty, who is set up in pre-in, and Nasty is putting them down. He gets 2 before he drops, and that's going to slow the pressure for now. Now you've got 25 seconds left. Most of the zone has been cleared, but looks so good early for OpTic has been thwarted.
Yeah, as I said, maybe the one good thing is that they haven't cleared the zone. If you get out, maybe you can find that tick, but for right now, it's Asim, it's Nasty, it's Scratch, the entire London team finding kills, slowing this round down for OpTic, and it looks like we're going to be all tied up going into round number 3.
Yeah, they were just they were a centimeter away from getting that. You'd feel pretty good. That'd be a success on the offensive side of things, but couldn't quite finish it off. So we're at a standstill so far.
And I think you saw just sort of the objective mindset that they kind of had from the get-go. You had Shotzi get out at the truck, and I think there was some opportunity maybe for him to get pushed forward, up to side steps or into ARP, but he was going for the tick.
Why did it look like Hook was running so slow in that one moment too? Like he had his knife out, and it just looked like slow motion.
Maybe like a stun hit him. It might have been a stun.
Maybe it was, bro. Yeah. It looks so funny because he's just flying to get to the point, but yeah, it just looks so awkward. We'll watch Ghosty's POV of the defense towards this A site early on. Trophies out for either side of it. Now we're trying to tickle some toes. The stun makes it a little bit more difficult, but he's got Hook there to back him up. Now looking for the wall bangs inside the truck. Nothing to write home about, but Hook is the ones getting the kills through on the cross before he drops. It might be these 2 players left. It was. It's Pollux that's able to get 2 before he falls. So you're on to it now. You've already got 1 bit of objective. They get done what OpTic could not early. They strike, they get that first bit of progress.
I mean, this is just incredible finesse by Paul. You had the trophies, you had Scraps looking over him, but when it came down to a couple of one-on-ones, he was able to win it. There's 2 ticks in for London over at A. So already some very good progress. Well, yeah, a lot more than what we've seen so far.
Yeah, it's like, if you're OpTic, you're still feeling okay in the sense, getting 2 ticks, getting 1 point, definitely not impossible, but with the amount of time remaining and lives the way they look, you've still got a chance to do some damage here if you're able. Like, can you get this? Can you maybe get any kind of work into the B objective as well? What kind of slowed down for now is that's 3 straight kills in for OpTic. Really, it's Pollux here doing his dance.
Yeah, he's just in a private match right now, just trying to find some wall bang spots, really just trying to find anything that he can, but really, he's just trying to play his life. So his team has this position.
Nice shots.
Nice snap on the Hook. That's going to be 2 dead for OpTic. Maybe some map progression for the rest of London, as Shotzi's the last player alive, and they're going to go over towards B.
And now you got to make a choice. You got to pressure this towards B, but also, any kind of quick transition or quick deaths and pops onto A, they only need 1 bit of progress. They almost get 1 done. Did it finish? No, it did not. Oh my God. I thought the bar was through, but you don't get to tick onto B. That was very, very, very close.
It's not done yet, though. A teammate comes in. That's going to be 2 dead. You're going to allow Asim and Paul to get onto A. Maybe you find the time extension here.
I know.
Asim finds the kill. I think that's going to be the 8-point done, or it pretty much should be as the kill comes in. Now, this is a scary round for OpTic. Lives are tied, 13 versus 13, 1 minute left. And Scraps is finding kills over towards B. Hello? Oh no!
Okay. I thought he had the freebie, but not going to be the case. Able to get through, but it's Dashy that was up to 5 in a row. What are we watching within this series? Shotzi just trying to get in top window, not quite able to do it. A string of kills now for Nasty. Dashy's still on the 5. There is the 6. There is the cruise, but won't get to 7.
This round is not done yet, though. They have not really gotten them in that trap. They do not have maps control. You've had 1 player just kind of lurking, finding kills. It's Asim. It's Paul this time. Gonna allow Scraps to get out, and Nasty, he's just gonna stop the clock for now.
Exactly. Any time stop, like you've got enough time to play this down to lives. But things are going to start to slow down in a hurry. We're at 6 versus 6 now currently. As Dashy is trying to hold the crosses at the back truck. Deddy now going to be popped for Hook. Can he make a play? Sitting at 8-14, looking for some life in this moment.
It's really not calling a team for London. What can they find? That's going to be 5. Or sorry, no respawns remaining. C finds 2. 3 versus 4. Scraps gets another. A cruise is in for Dashy. So it's a 2-on-4. Ghosty and Dashy have to clutch up again. He gets 2 with the missile. 1-on-2 for Asim. What is this? 1-on-1. Oh my God!
And for the London side, it's a what the hell just happened, mate? Cruz gets 2. It was a 4v2 for London. Then suddenly it's a scene by himself.
I mean, he almost clutches that as well. Asim up to 21 and 13. When it was a 4-on-4, he got 3 of the kills to put them in that position, but you had the Cruz, and I guess no better timing than right there for Dashy to clutch on up. But now the pressure on OpTic, they have to get some objective progress done.
Well, yeah, you'd love to not to come down to that on your defense, right? But the fact is, you needed the round victory, and you got it in dramatic fashion.
Dashy just trying to stay alive, but right off the break, it's all London Royal Ravens.
So that'll be the clearance today quickly. Shotzzy, so let's tuck away Stable, stun over the top. I'll hit on the Paul, and nice shots at range. The headshot multiplier on the sub, he's able to drop in there. Not able to get out though with his life. Where's the opening gonna come for OpTic? It's behind, Hook's double.
Yeah, looks like Dashy's gonna win another one. Hook trying to get in Roasty as well, but Asim, sometimes this man feels like it goes into a different mode. He's got the engine. Well, it is starting to heat on up. 26 and 14 for Asim. He's gonna play with so much emotion as he is locked in right now.
Yeah, he knows that last one got away from him. Chance to be an absolute hero. His teammates fall around him, but now just taking control of this one. 5 in a row, 6 there on the steps, but can't quite finish it. Hook that's tagged up, and it's Paul that's there with the trade. Now 24 seconds left to work with, and so much work to do for OpTic, or you're going to be offense in round 5.
Shotzzy trying to do what he can, but there is the trade. He almost had to take over at B. But does that allow them to work out? It looks like you're going to have a player on A, but Strap's finding 2 kills. Going to give them a lot of map position to work with. You see Shotzzy, Doty just trying to cross that bench. Dashy able to get off. Off of that point, find 3. Somehow he finds 3. So this round not done yet. Dashy continues to go off. You saw it in the search and destroy. Now doing it here in the control.
Okay, second bid done. Can you do it? You're down 3 lives, but still a prayer to close it out here. 4, looking for 5 in a row. T-Bag can be able to pick it up. The kills continue for OpTic, and there's the added minute. 1 more spot to go through. Basically even in lives now. Who's going to be the hero?
They have so much, to work with now. You have a minute. It's 11 versus 11. You have all the map position that you want. You have your players inside of Art. Shotzzy now doing what Shotzzy does, starting to work on through. Dashy going to work over towards B to see what he could find. But maybe that allows them to get defense in round number 5. Maybe that was the play that they needed.
Because we're tied in segments, right? This is gonna be a lives battle now, but look at it for Ravens. Just 3 straight kills. They take the life edge again at 9 versus 6. Things slow down for a moment. You still have 40 seconds on the clock. The spot in from Shotzzy can't quite finish the kill. The nade and the stun not gonna hit.
And they're gonna have to do the math here to try and figure out what they need, but I think they might need some kills. So Shotzzy might know this, maybe trying to go for it. He's gonna find there's gonna be a freebie. Now he has to play his life. That's gonna be the call. And well,
oh my God, imagine that nade's the difference.
I think London might have the advantage based on the kills I'm looking at. That's not my strong suit, but both teams, they're just gonna let it ride.
Let's see where we go for round 5. Fist bumps out. Boys locked. I think it should be Ravens, but we'll see. The way OpTic were slowing down there for a moment, I thought maybe they thought they had the edge, but we'll find out as we get into round 5.
All right, yep, London is going to have defense, so here we go. Either somebody counted wrong, or I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, they had to go for that round. Can they do it again? Can they find that A capture? Can they win an offensive round?
So difficult to do, but you know, in round 5, round 11 in Surge, sometimes throw out the rule book, the notebook. Anything is able to happen. There's a wild flurry of trades over towards A. No major advantage, yeah, but it's going to get OpTic Texas back to the starting block, and maybe a seam getting that position. Really, the advantage you get from London early on. out towards top B. You've got 3 players there, 1 watching the cross. If you are Ravens, and they are shutting it down. Nasty, Paul, Asim, all through on the feed. Back to step 1, now getting set up to lock them in is Royal Ravens. And now you're in the blender right now if you're OpTic, already down 8 lives and just getting churned to butter.
I mean, look at Asim right now, 36-19, having himself a map with the sub, with the Vaznev on this map. And yeah, 30 seconds left, you're down 10 lives, and it's looking like London's gonna go up 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, they just have such a massive advantage here. What sort of heroic effort would it take? They are just soaring on forward, but getting chopped down by London player over and over again. Nice little movement snap there from Nasty. He's up to 30 and 4 in a row before he drops. Belly flopping onto the pointer, attempting to is Ghosty, but the gunfight will not go his way. It is a quick and decisive round 5. London go up 2-1.
Then I guess you just look at that round 4, right? When it just kind of comes to a halt. Maybe you could have won that offensive round, but does not go their way.
That or like the round 3 and all the success you had for London that round, the fact you forced out the streak. I mean, the fact you had to clutch up and that wild of manner on defense for OpTic. I mean, maybe the streak doesn't make a massive difference here, but if you have it in around 5, could have certainly been influential, but they were just, I mean, it was a miracle they pulled that one out. I mean, that could have very easily been a 3-1, but you get 2 with the streak and Dashi wins that final fight, but yeah, it shouldn't really go to that when you're on defense.
Yeah, a couple of 30 bombs there out of London, 37 for Asim, 4,000 damage. Nasty continues his incredible series on the stage. Now they're 1 map away from eliminating this OpTic team.
Well, we'll take a look at some highlights as we get ready for our map 4 hardpoint. We'll see if London can close this out, silence the crowd, and see what kind of Cinderella run maybe they're able to make throughout the course of this tournament, or if OpTic can push this the distance to a search and destroy. And will this type of win be enough to propel them? But some frustrating moments when they're up against it right now.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, I think, you know, we kind of asked it, like, who needs to be that player to step up? And I think Dashi was huge in the search. He had his moment here, you know, in the control. Now it's kind of, you know, who else? And I think it's got to be the sub duo to me. They have not had the impact that you would expect in this matchup. Shotzi and who need to be playing better, especially in these respawns.
Yeah, I mean, you saw the kind of groove you can get into. Like, both weapons are very powerful. When you get to your spots, you can take over it. Really, for the most part, throughout that, it was just a scene that was kind of his wonderland, hitting that flow state, just finessing and frying. You didn't really have it on the other side very often, and if you can't get a sub into that position, it's going to be hard to find openings on the points. You're not going to keep the team second-guessing, wondering where people are. Asim was just everywhere, man. Like, he felt like multiple players at times.
There you can see the 104 to 88. Obviously, a big chunk of that jumps into that round number 5. London able to take it away. I know we were talking about Asim, but in Nashville, he continues to just.
No, he's had a hell of a series.
Yeah,
he really has.
He has played so well.
Even in the game 2 loss, like he had a hell of a map. But this is where we stand for now in our best of 5. We're going to Mercado. We're staying on Mercado. Could end in the map 4 with a London win. Can go the distance if OpTic are able to take this hard point. If you missed the first map, I mean, it was a thriller. It was a wild back and forth affair there on Hydro. Plenty of heroic moments for either side, but it was London that was just able to squeak it out at the end of the day. OpTic now in loser's bracket at their home major. All pressure on, put up or shut up. It is now time. You've got to get a map W.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, you're looking at this Mercado hard point. Recently, you've found a lot of success on it, right? I mean, had some crazy maps, some crazy moments, but able to beat FaZe on it online. Can you carry that momentum here into this series? But yeah, they know the pressure is on.
And we're just waiting to get the call. We are game ready. We'll get into it, as I know the tension is building inside the building and at home. Sure, there are a ton of you thrilled and watching for this one. As the green wall chants start, London so far have been able to brush off any kind of crowd noise and take an edge in this series. But right now, this is the only map that matters for OpTic. Map 4, need a W.
I just got to take it one map at a time for right now. But there you can see 4 and 3 overall, 3 and 4. So not a bad map for London. And look at that break percentage, second for London. So we talked about the holds. There weren't a lot in map number 1, but on a map like Mercado, there needs to be. Because if you chain 2 or 3 hard points in a row, this one's like done. You're down 150.
And when you think about like big breaks, you know, I think about somebody with somebody like Asim who just is coming off that monster map, or an opening pick from your AR, which is nasty. And I think the 2 players that have a chance to really be influential in that type of moment, I think they're feeling good right now. The play has been crispy. It's on OpTic to shut them down. Here we go. Map number 4. Ravens up 2-1.
Well, pretty good start there for OpTic. You do have Paul, who works all the way around inside of green. He's trying to influence spawns for the second hill, but Dashy able to read it. Probably gets a calm, some nice early times. P2 spawns going the way of OpTic. This is exactly what you needed after that map number 3.
Sees him jumping across, and Hoop just out finessing, able to get up top. The trade is there, but Hoop quick with it in that moment, and all the time on the board to Texas for now, but it's a triple from Asim. Saw the multi-kill pop up.
One more player here.
Trying to be the difference. They're trying to hunt him down, able to do it. Shotzzy finds Nasty, gets that one-on-one win, now wrapping out to back alley. It's Scraps that is set up in position. He's going to drop a second one here, and the movement with the long jump. 4 in a row for Shotzzy.
And this is what you needed out of this guy. Get him going, but you are going to get taken down by Nasty. So Spawn's going to be a little bit weird here for OpTic. They do not have the man advantage near the hill. Hoop, he's going to have to play his life. Wait for the reinforcements. They arrive, but Nasty deals with them. So it's a 2-on-2 on the hill. Ghosty able to find the first, but Asim gets the time. He's on the hill.
And now trying to hold all these reinforcements from top window will be Ghosty. He knows he's got a player down below. Able to clip the hair off of one, but then Asim through with the double. Nasty will take him out with a nade, but Asim and Nasty combined for the entire kill feed. They're in for now. One player is here, and OpTic still maybe trying to make a play with these final 20 seconds left. They want to go for another hit.
I mean, we're going for this.
He's got 2 players to deal with, and Paul is going to shut them down. Now look at the other side of the map.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised they're going for this. Asim is here. You have London set up here at Tin. I don't know if that was the right play call. Tin can be such a money hill. You would have had numbers. Now you have given London a free setup. You at least have an 18-point lead through the first couple of hills, but you're relying on a break inside of Tin, where we have seen so many plays behind that heady, behind that table. Not easy to deal with. London, I think you take this all day.
You got Trophy out, you're set up in position. It's been nothing but Ravens kills for the last couple of moments. And it continues, kill feed. It's all white until Ghosty and Shotzzy now answer. Maybe an opening now for OpTic Texas to get in. Can they rally behind it? But first 30 seconds, all to Royal Ravens. It has been a thing of beauty for them on the opening setup. I know it's the break percentage where they are fantastic, but it's the whole percentage now. That was good. I mean, you got the 40 seconds. Now OpTic able to get in. All right, fine. Now we'll worry about the rotation.
Yeah, again, you take this all day. Yeah, took them 40 seconds. Free rotation over to Barbershop. This is exactly what you would take if you are London. They have a little bit of a lead. The rest of OpTic trying to work this back alley push, trying to find an opening to get in a Barber. You're going to have Nasty inside of the hill. Paul just trying to play his life. Here comes the pressure. Shotzzy, Dashy working in tandem, 2-on-2. Shotzzy, of course, he's got some crazy angle, but he's going to jump on through and not find anything as the submachine gun's locking it down for London.
Wow, that's a 4-man feed. They are dropped and spawning out. And it can't continue to be this game after the first hard point of 40-20, 40-20, 40-20, over and over again. It can't. You will get bodies of hard point. That's going to be the case. At some point, you've got to flip this script on its head if you are OpTic. Because so far, Ravens, when they're dying, they're like, okay, fine. Yeah, we'll spawn out, we'll set up.
Yeah, now 8 kills in a row for the team, and then over to rotation. Who's the first team here again? It's going to be London Royal Ravens. Asim's going to find 3. The last player over here is Ghosty, but they're winning rotations. They're finding the scrap time. London are simply outplaying OpTic on Mercado right now.
You know what's worse than the 40-20 is if you don't even get the 20. That's one way it could be a little bit worse. The team kill is going to come through, still set up inside. Nasty is up top. And OpTic, you know, it feels like they are getting outplayed massively because they are, but the scoreline hasn't gotten too bad yet. It's like you're down 60, but you get the rest of these 40 seconds.
You need a break here. You need a break here. Hook is 1 in 12. 1 in 12 out of one of the great SMGs we have in this league, but they have just been gifting London free rotations, early setups. In London, they are going to take this all day. Now you have 6 in a row and a cruise missile for Scraps to work with.
The discipline there for London. Not for Texas at the moment. If you're going to start this rally, though, it's got to come soon. It's been a frustrating opening 5 minutes for OpTic within this game. But now maybe, yeah, you lose a ton of time, but can you get set up here? The problem is now you've given straight.
It's got to start here. It's got to start here at this P6. This is a big money hill. Asim, he's going for the raft. What can he find? He's able to find one, so that's going to be 2 dead. Here comes the rest of London. They're going to try to find this break. They're going to try to put them in the dirt while they can.
Yeah, you have a chance to just blow this one wide open. Shots it opens a big one at the top of the steps. Another team kill going to come through on a nade, though, from Dashy. And now nobody in the point. You're not getting any time for now, so the job has been done behind the streak and the push. Another gunfight win, but an instant trade. They've kept it messy on this point. There will be no clean time right now for OpTic.
Yeah, 25 seconds left. You need this time, but you can see on the rotation, you have Asim who spawns on up. You're still fighting for this. You're still fighting for this. And well, London, they're going to win out on this, and they have position of parking lot. Up next is just Dashy all by his lonesome. He's going to find a freebie, but that's going to allow them to know that he's here. So all the focus is going to be on him, and there is the trade.
Shots with some lovely shots. Nobody in the objective for now. The push around the edge is going to come through. The lead still sitting around 80 points, doubling up their opponents. Is London Royal Ravens, cars exploding, heads falling off, bullets everywhere. They're fighting for their moment to get into this objective, but second by second, it's scarier. Another cruise is going to come in. This time, I believe it's going to be Scraps.
Yeah, he's just going to try to find a pick to allow them to win this hill, but it looks like they do get on it for now. But the numbers go the way of London. Dosi just trying to do what he can. He threw that trophy down. He's got Dashy watching over him. Here comes London. Trying to get on this hill, find the rest of the scrap time, and they will.
How about these Royal Ravens? The improvements have been there. They've been feeling more and more confident online in the league. They're doing their thing right now, but here you go. It's another team kill, but you do get several kills through that wave for OpTic Texas. As now we get back to mid-map.
So what, you're down 70? It's not the worst on this map.
You're still in this.
But there's a lot to work through. Really, you're looking at these last couple of hills. Is Dashy starting to get heated up? You have P1 control. Can you win the P2? Hook on the flank is able to find one. The crowd starting to get behind these guys, trying to rally behind them. It was a big break near the end of P1 for London to get them on P2. Can OpTic hold on to these spawns?
Yeah, can you just be a bit more disciplined in this half? Now 5 in a row for Dashy. Hook through with a double. The 1 in 12 slow start, starting to become a distant memory now as he chains them together. 128 and climbing. Deficit down to 50. Dashy still picking pockets, and Hook is on 5 in a row. Suddenly you feel the shift on the map, in the building, as OpTic have come alive. Nasty, though, with a big gunfight win.
They got to be careful here, though. They have to be careful. That is not when you want to die. 2 players are going to spawn out. Sorry, only 1. Nasty with a gunfight win. The pressure is coming. Nasty starting to work on that pinch. He's able to find another one. On the hill, though, is Ghosty. The snakes, the form is on point. Trying to do what he can, but it's a London break behind Nasty's play.
Such a great break, team, and you're seeing why there. Ghosty stayed alive as long as he could, but now, can you break on the other side of it? It's a chest bump in the doorway. It's 3 through for OpTic. Back into the point they go. 30 points separating these 2 teams. Deddy now out for Nasty, who is on 5 in a row. Can he find the streak to work with? Eyes on one outside. What are you seeing, Joe?
Yeah, there's going to be a big one-on-one on the next hill. It's going to be Hook versus Paul. Hook gets the kill versus Paul. So Hook's alive. He's going to have control at P3. At P2, they have the rest of the scrap time. Now OpTic only down 15 with 10 control. This is a big moment. Can London get in the hill? Cruise missile in for Nasty.
Gonna hit the roof, not gonna connect. Dashy now with his missile. It's raining missiles from the sky.
Hook goes big.
It's gonna be for Texas. Hook with 4 HP. Set him at the table. Lead change. Now to OpTic.
Couple of big rotation wins by Hook gives them control. Dashy going off. Ghosty locking it down as well. Asim, now the last player alive, has to wait for his teammates. And just like that, the lead is growing for OpTic.
To Hook we go. One gunfight win, but Strap's able to spray through. Everyone eliminated from that area of the map right now for the Royal Ravens. They're going to continue to take fights. Shotzi is still here. Shotzi with some lovely shots to pick him out of the hard point. That's just about to pop. You got Ghosty who's going to be ready to rotate over from Old. He's going to develop the pinch. The rest getting ready to hit through back alley, but it's a scene that's able to take it first. Another Cruise. Streaks all over the place within this Mercado. 5 in a row now for Ghosty as Hook takes it to the sky.
There's only one player left on the hill. Only one left on the hill. Oh, he gets taken down. 20 seconds now. Ghosty, his stun takes down his teammate, but Hook is in the back, able to find another one. The last player alive for London is Straps near the hill. Dashy wins the gunfight. They're locking it down. The comeback is in. OpTic 5 points away from a map number 5.
It isn't how you start, it's how you finish. I'll tell you what, it was bad early. They were getting out-rotated, they were getting outplayed, but that's this OpTic team. A switch is going to flip, another gear is going to be hit, and they get it done. I mean, Hook brings it back. He was 1 in 12 to start that map, and getting to 17 and 25 is absurd in its own right. Unbelievable.
Well, really, I mean, if you really look at the first set of rotations, it was awful from OpTic. So many bad decisions being made. They made the game harder on themselves. But that second P1 to P2, at P1 you had Dashy and Hook. That's where they earned their cruises. I think Hook found attack goes on a spree. He got going, he got comfortable. Then if you look at the P2, Ghosty had some key moments to play his life. And then the rotation to 10 on that third hill, it was a one-on-one. Hook spawns out. He's got to kill Paul. He does. They get inside a 10 first, and that was the moment that OpTic took the lead. The momentum shifted their way.
Yeah, it just felt like a lot of those times it was like Dashy by himself or Hook by himself, and it wasn't even a one-on-one. I mean, at times in those like big moments, it was like a 1-on-3. Like everybody was there for London, but when it came down to a 1v1, Hook was locked. He wins a key battle, and this is where we sit. It all comes down to a Mercado search and destroy. A reminder, it's the loser's bracket match. Loser is done. Winner continues in the gauntlet. But we're having fun. I mean,
I was a little nervous, man. I mean, listen, it was not looking good whatsoever.
No.
I think everybody in the room was feeling it, right? If you were an OpTic fan, London, they had the control, and they're probably kicking themselves because they know they let that one go.
Well, to Texas in the world, it is one more map that decides this series. We are headed to a quick break. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It all comes down to this map 5. What a ludicrous map 4 it was, filled with emotion in the big swing moments. But now it all is on this search and destroy. And I got no goddamn idea how it's going to go, Joe. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, throw anything you really expected coming into this series out the window, right?
Yeah.
You thought maybe OpTic was going to run away with it, but London, we talked about their improvements getting better and better. They've had a lot of game 5s. They've won a couple, they've lost a couple in Major 3 qualifiers, and they clutch up in another one. And for OpTic, it was a 173-80 run to close out that map number 4 to get us to this moment.
Yeah, it's like even when the mistakes were happening, like I think I said a couple times, like they're still close enough they can make a run, but it was getting real close to that scoreline where it's like, this is done.
Yeah.
It was getting real close, but then they make the rally, crowd comes alive, players start frying. You just felt the venue in that map change. But none of that matters anymore. We are tied 2-2. It's the game 5.
Yeah, both teams 0-1 throughout the qualifiers on this map. But was that the momentum that OpTic needed?
Hey, but like, how much does momentum matter going into the surge? Like,
well, maybe I just think for confidence, probably a lot. I mean, who literally started off that map 1-12?
True.
If he doesn't have that 6 free, like I don't really know what he's going through. They probably don't win that map. But here we go into round number 1. Nades going down on both sides, and if you have seen a Mercado, a lot of the times it's on this A-bomb site.
You don't say.
It's because they all love tacos.
Who doesn't,
At the cantina. The bomb is being stretched by Paul. That's going to be the bomb down. So a nice little stretch spot right there. And I'll write that one down for ranked.
Yeah, he just standing up tall, right? He's making sure Hook doesn't have the angle unless he really inches his way on board, which he is starting to do. Asim able to get the first pick, and he's just laying there. Hasn't moved a bit. Ghosty wins the nutty gunfight, but the trade happens. Oh, it's actually Shotzi's POE we swapped to that was dropping inside. I thought Ghosty got traded out for a moment, but he's still going to be alive now in the 1 versus 3.
Just no time. Just no time to work with. Doesn't have Daddy. He's the trophy player on this map. Nice gunfight win. I think he's been playing really well this series. But London, they bounce back after that map number 4 and win the first round just with a nice little quick plant. And yeah, I think for Hook there, right, you're just kind of ADS'd, and it's right over that player who's prone.
Well, that's like sometimes what you call it like an offense, right? Like you don't get Teed back up and get to a head. He didn't play from like planner or the block or the bomb. Like he just sort of laid there. And yeah, you come around the corner, you don't check it, you're dead. Because the Vaznev is a shotgun.
At times.
Yeah. In the right hands. 1-0 Ravens.
Well, Nasty, maybe with the snipe, maybe able to find a kill, a pick, a seam. He's going to find 1, but there is a quick trade by Hook, so still into a 2 versus 3. And yeah, looks like Nasty, he's got a sniper in that back alley where he was able to find that kill in there. With that spot, it's going to be a retake, and we saw a lot of these scenarios in map number 2. And with the snipe, not always the easiest time retaking a bomb site. You're going to have to run into someone with that pistol, maybe bait for your team.
Hook basically pops Daddy and plants the bomb, so I don't think he's going to have anything left to really work with. Ghosty's going to get picked, and Hook's going to get dropped as well. He couldn't get anywhere. It's a quick and efficient retake. 2-0 edge Ravens.
Yeah, everybody at 100% Daddy or trophy, so they're just going to go ahead and defuse this. And yeah, I think it just starts with Nasty with the pick, with that first blood. Gives them the man advantage. And this is the way London has played defense, especially throughout this match versus this OpTic team. Sort of, we're going to sit back, allow you to make a mistake, we're going to find a pick, and then we'll work off of that.
Yeah, I mean, that should be the plan right now with the way they're playing. See Shotzi and OpTic kind of talking through things. See how you maybe want to deal with this and maybe make it more difficult of a plant, or how you want to work the retake. Obviously different than the round 1. See, you now have Daddy and trophies more coming into play. Shotzi was about to get caught, and I think he will. Nasty's able to soar out. He gets 1 and then 2. He actually is able to pick Hook and Shotzi. So Shotzi not able to react through on the trade, and they're quickly into a 2 versus 4. It is all Ravens thus far.
I mean, that's just one of those rounds, one of those angles where you're hoping a player's watching that bottom side window, that door, as he's trying to do that hop up. They had the trophy. They wanted to get aggressive over towards A. And now, just like that, it is down to this man, a Ghosty, in a 1 versus 4. He was left in a 1-on-3. A nice little snap onto the first, but London quickly up 3-0.
Finally, someone able to put down Paul while he's on his belly. Someone's always rounding an edge, and he's just laying there.
See if you can find anything if you are OpTic. I mean, last offense, again, just this. Now, you know, Nasty might be sniping. See the London boys just kind of talking. What adjustments do they want to go through?
You hear like, the crowd's like trying to get into it, but you're down 0-3. The round's up pretty. I mean, you've got 3 kills on Ghosty, 1 on Hook, and a goose egg right now for Shotzi and Dashu. So you haven't really seen any bit of success. Can they give them around here to get going? But once again, just playing passive from Ravens.
This time, too, it's going to be a different look. So you don't have the sniper, but it's going to be 2 players maybe working the flank. And Asim? But it's going to be Scraps this time with the sniper. So they're just taking turns. They are taking turns. But bomb planted, 35 seconds. Here comes the retake.
Just trying to get a glimpse of the head. But 2 players drop. And there comes the chow onto the sniper. It's just going to be a seam. And he's going to get traded out. Round to OpTic, they're on the board.
And finally, a first blood going their way. That's really the key. The first 3 rounds, they were down a man. But this time, Hook able to find that first blood. Dashi with 2 in the round to get him on the board. And Hook finds the last. They just play that retake, have the numbers. And by the way, we are 4 rounds in. Shotzi right now, 0-4, 0 damage as well.
Well, that's actually the wild part. Like, usually you're in the blender a bit, you get some tags, and 0 damage. See if Shotzi can get a feel for it. There's the snipe pick. Dashing, taking out Nasty, flicking for more just behind the second player. Wants to take another gander.
And OpTic fans missed this.
Hello.
And with the snipe. 2 in the round for Big Bruce. So deadly with the snipe.
Just scraps the calling out, tried to back up. Maybe he's still a little weak, and Shotzi puts him in the dirt. Shotzi gets on the board, but he's got to feel good. And Paulo, a nice recentering there, and I thought it got away from him. Is that a third snipe in from Bruce? I think it was.
No, that's a pistol shot. Yeah,
I thought I saw like a snipe bullet come across.
Yeah, who's able to find the final kill in the round? But there we go. Dashy with the first blood on offense. Dashy with the 2 snipes on defense to keep them alive. They were down 0-3.
Yeah, they're like, screw it. We're going to go in a hole, and then we're going to bring it back.
Yeah, just got to make some adjustments. That's all.
Trophy eaten away.
Look at this, you're playing very slow if you are OpTic here. You have 1 player watching the B pinch, you have 1 player all the way in the back of the spawn waiting for something to do in the middle tunnel. But London, they've been doing what they've been doing. But Dash is gonna find another one. This man stepping up.
Oh my God, he's pre-aimed just above.
But it's a big one!
But there's Shotzi finally making a statement on a 3 streak. Now give him another! Shotzi's hungry for more.
He just waited on that flank, was just lurking beside, and with that first blood from Dashy, there we go. They had no idea this was coming. He times it well, the stun connects, he knows where this final player is, and they get 3 rounds of their own to tie it up.
From 0 damage to 4 and 4. And in the overall, Game 5, it is 3-3.
Wow, this is quick. They are just showing right down the middle, right down the middle. I don't know if London's going to be ready for this. I don't know if they're going to be ready for this, how fast this is.
Oh,
it's 2 players through.
Oh.
2 players through. They're not ready. They're not ready. Scotty and Hook, they find 3. They find, almost all 4.
He just tried to give him a kiss at the tail end of that.
He might have. But they just go right down the middle of the map, and Hook finds the 3rd in the round. What a read out of OpTic. They just gambled. 2 hit right down the middle.
And the gamble. Does it pay dividends? 4 straight rounds down for OpTic. So yeah, boys, I hit it.
Bro, I look like my rank play sometimes, dude. So I'm like, how are they behind us so fast?
Oh, they sprint them in map.
Right down the middle. Right back to it. Shotzi's going right through mid-tunnel. Had Ghosty looking over him with that snipe. Ghosty, he's gonna maybe find 1. The timing's so close, but Asim able to dodge that. Now he's gonna work the middle alley, but it looks like Dashy watching that for now.
There's waiting to go. He's gonna challenge 2. Gets 1.
Asim gets out though. Asim gets out. Dashy, I think he just gave it up. He just gave it up. That's gonna be a...
Oh my God, almost a snap and a half.
Hook's in his zone right now, though. I will tell you what. Hook continues to find kills. He's got to get back with his teammate. Remember, Ghosty had the sniper. Hook puts the damage in. Nasty with the knife, be able to find that
one.
One on one.
Barber is out, stabbing away. 1 versus 1. Snipe the flick. It ain't gonna happen as the bunny hop across. It's Nasty. That'll take it.
I mean, it's the right read. Just hoping maybe he walks into that, but he had the deady popped. He goes for the jump. Well, it's exactly what he needed. What a crazy round. And what a timing Asim found.
Yeah. 4-4. Back into Mercado we go. Nasty able to clutch up. What's he got in the early moments of this round? Is dashing once again with the snipe out, trying to find the angle. There's people jumping across, wall bangs everywhere. Can he get the angle to hit the shot? Yes, he can! Big Brucey hits again, the wall bangs on point. One player left, and it's Paul X crawling around, hits around his ankles and drops.
I'll tell you what, you want to know what's crazy? London didn't have anyone watch the flank. Nobody was middle. So that was a 4-on-4 at that site. OpTic was thinking someone's going to play mid-heady, someone's going to play the pinch. No, they probably weren't expecting that. But they clutch on up, dashing with a beautiful snipe. The first blood's now in favor of OpTic, and now they are 1 round away for keeping their tournament alive.
It's offense for OpTic. Can they close it out here? It's been a battle of a series, but a chance to survive and continue on. Kill for Ghosty, kill for Asim. Shotzi on the flank. Hoop gets another. Shotzi finds the pick. It's all on Nasty, and he can't get out for the trade. Shotzi gets away, and Shotzi puts him down. OpTic survives. From 0-3 and 0 damage, Shotzi gets to 9-6. And just like most of that series, OpTic bounced from dead to alive in what feels a matter of seconds.
And I mean, listen, like, a props to OpTic, but there were no adjustments from London. He picks on through 2 offensive rounds in a row. Nobody watching that, no one. Hex is fired up. The fans are fired up. They're still alive. It took a lot to take down this London team, but hey, you get to tomorrow.
Yeah, we saw Hector was over here hanging out near us for a lot of it, man.
Always stressed.
The roller coaster he was going through emotionally, but you get that win.
Just him. I mean, the whole freaking venue.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. An absolute battle. I mean, props to London. You don't think they're going to put up that kind of fight maybe against OpTic, but you see the improvements. Yeah, they had their fair share of mistakes, but at times, looking like a well-oiled machine, it was fun to see them go toe-to-toe. It all comes down to that map 5, and you're down what? You're down 3-0. You didn't go 6-1 to get the W.
You know, we talk about it all the time. Sometimes it takes a match like that to get going, to build the confidence up. Maybe that's exactly what they needed.
And I mean, we've got Ghosty on the main stage. You think about like that moment in the control, right? Where Asim is pushing him out and he's able to get the kills with a spectacular moment for him. But can't wait to hear more from him. Let's get it right over to the main stage.
All right, thank you very much, Maven. Yes, I'm here on the main stage with Ghosty. Wow, what we have just seen was incredible. I've got to talk to you first of all. It is an incredible moment to debut as your first major event as a professional player in front of the green wall. How are you feeling?
I mean, I'm ecstatic. The support is crazy. I hear y'all. I feel y'all. That shit goes crazy. Keep that shit up all weekend. We hear every single one of y'all, so we appreciate it. For real. Much love.
The green wall certainly is loud. All right, so there's a bunch of things to go through from that because that was just an incredible match every way through. Let's start. First of all, the S&D, your 1v2 to kind of get your team over the line. What were you thinking in those moments?
Honestly, I was just thinking that I had to clutch it. We all had to ice up at some point in that S&D to get the game win. But my teammates were calm and telling me what to do, so it was pretty easy.
Well, you made it look easy in the end. From easy to not so easy, I've got to ask, there was some criticism laid at the feet of OpTic for that control. The numbers obviously went a little bit wrong. What happened with the call there and the adjustments going forward?
I can't lie, I miscalculated the kills by 2, so that's on me.
Okay. Fair enough. Hey, all's well that ends well, right? But speaking of which, we'll go into the half point now. You were down, I believe it was 177 to 93. Yep. What adjustments were made? What call was made to make what I think was something along the lines of 160, 170 point comeback to 20? It was ridiculous. What happened?
Honestly, me and Brandon, we said reset in the comms. We all just started playing a little bit tighter, trusting each other, and I mean, we let the magic happen.
You certainly did let the magic happen as well. I kind of want to talk about your match just in general for that one, because that basically was a war all the way through. Going into the map 5, what was the team saying to each other? What were the comms like? What were the calls like?
The comms, honestly, was just very confident. We just wanted to keep banging out the A site just because, you know, we wanted to play with some confidence, get some grit going, and I'm glad we came out on top.
I like it. I like the adjustments as well, by the way. Like the fact you let shots see a little bit loose and you started finding gaps with it. Was that a specific moment that came down to? Did somebody call, hey, we're going to have to adjust here?
I think it was the in-game moment situations right there.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you very much for kind of joining me here on the main stage.
Thank you so much.
It has been an incredible privilege to watch that game and everything going forward. And I know the green wall is ecstatic as well. So anything you want to say to your home crowd right now?
I just want to say thank y'all so much, and the love is felt for sure.
All right. Thank you
Thank
very
y'all
much.
so much, for real. The love is felt.
It certainly is. Well, we're going to throw it back to the desk to break down everything we just saw. Again, thank you, Ghosty.
Thank you.
OpTic Texas, they get it done. I cannot believe it. What a roller coaster ride that series was. I was up, I was down, but one thing is for certain, the crowd was bringing it every step of the way. That Search Nameless, 5 rounds in a row, clutch after clutch, flanking through mid on Mercado. It gave us everything.
Man, I took my headphones off. My eardrums are getting blown out. Seriously, man. It felt like they won champs in here, and they just beat London in the game 5. So for OpTic, just so many mistakes. Every series with OpTic, though, is just